back to my channel. It's your girl, Destiny. How are you guys doing today? I am doing great. I'm so excited for this video because I've been wanting to make a video like this forever. I've been working out for about 2 to 3 months now consistently, and I'm so excited to share with you guys just like the things that I've been doing and kind of like tips and tricks and I guess things like that of that nature. There's a lot of YouTube videos on how to lose weight, the exercises, the eating, the tips, the tricks. Like, I get that, like I've seen a lot of it, but half the things on YouTube are realistic and then half the things that people say are not realistic at all. I have to say the amount of weight that I've lost feels very healthy and it feels natural, like I'm supposed to be losing that amount of weight quickly because I'm overweight, and that's like no surprise because I just know that I'm overweight. So it's easier for people who are overweight or haven't been to the gym as much or haven't done that much physical activity in a while. It's easier for those people to lose the weight faster and to see results faster rather than people who have been going to the gym and eating right like all their lives. So if you're like me and have never really gone to the gym, because I used to go when I was like in high school going into college, and then I stopped for like a year, like a while, and then I would sometimes try to get into like working out and then sometimes I wouldn't, but like this has really been the time where I've been like so consistent every single week, at least going like 3 times a day. But I guess for today's video I'm just gonna really share with you guys like my experience, my journey, like what's happening right now. So I guess this is gonna be like the first part to like many videos I want to be making on this, because this isn't just something that I'm wanting to do for now, like it's something that I'm wanting to do my entire life. And so making these changes right now in my life is going to help me in the future and help me when I'm like 70 years old. I'm getting older and I feel like it's gonna get harder for me to live a healthier lifestyle and to eat better and to work out and things like that. So it's just gonna get harder from here on out for me to start, so might as well just start now. Since this is the youngest I'm ever gonna be, might as well start now to make it easier for me in the future. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and basically the things I'm gonna talk about. I really don't know what I'm gonna name this title. Like, I really wanna talk about my experience, but also I wanna help you guys. For those of you trying to start, or maybe you're like me and really lazy and just don't know where to start, I wanna make this video and also a series on how to help people, especially like me. If you're lazy, you wanna find like the easiest ways to do things, but also you're just kinda like stuck in like eating junk food and basically like that world, like because I was living in that world and I still am, but I'm gonna talk about that. So I have like my notes down because I like to make sure I hit every single point, because I don't like to go back and edit my video and realize like, oh snap, I should have talked about this. So I have a list of things like I want to talk about. So basically I weighed myself a few days ago and I lost around 20 pounds, and 20 pounds in the past 2 months, because I've been keeping a log. Every time I do a weigh-in I like to keep a log just to see my progress, just to see how fast I'm losing weight or how slow I'm losing weight. I mean, I kind of care about losing weight at a steady pace, but at the same time, as long as I'm doing it healthy and I kind of see change with my eyes. For me to see the numbers change on the scale, that was like a big thing for me, because I've been stuck at the same numbers for the longest time, and it feels great to finally be back at the number I was like a year ago. And a lot of it has to do with my mentality. I mean, this is gonna be like a whole video. I feel like this is gonna be like messy. I want to make this video as realistic as possible. Like, I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that say like drink more water or like do this or do that, and like it's true, but at the same time it's like we've heard all that stuff. Like, we've heard about drinking more water and this, that, and the other, but I want to really tell you guys, like, if you're a normal person like me, like how I did it, I think that the way I did it will help you also. I'm just really excited for this because, like, you know, I used to not really work out, but then now I'm like a fitness advocate, I guess. I want to eat better, and I don't eat better like all the time. Like, I'm not just sitting here every day eating like chicken salads and like vegetables every day, but I am trying. I feel like a lot of people could relate to that. It's not like every day I'm gonna be sitting here eating something like super healthy, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, sometimes I may slip up and eat some McDonald's french fries, or I might go to Walmart and get me like a Snickers bar, you know? Like, that's just reality. Like, I just feel like we have those cravings, or we just feel like we want something and we'll want to eat it. We can't necessarily get mad at ourselves for that, because if you've grown up with literally sugar every day, and that's the one thing I want to talk about, is that sugar is very addicting. You want to say Coke is addicting, go ahead, but sugar is #1, I'm telling you. Think about it, because if we've grown up eating sugar our entire lives, it's gonna be hard to not eat sugar, because everything has sugar in it. Not everything, but most of stuff that we eat on a daily basis has a lot of sugar. Sugar is very addicting, so when you try to stop eating sugar, you're gonna want more and more and more, because it's just, you're addicted to it and you're used to it. The thing that makes you want to keep eating, and the thing that makes you want to just keep devouring food is the sugar that's inside the food. You're so addicted to it, so like when you eat something, you want more and you want more and more and more, and it's the sugar that you're addicted to. It's not necessarily what it is, it's more of like what's inside of the food, which is the sugar. And I'm not a freaking nutritionist. I'm not a professional at this at all. I've just done tons of research, so like I understand it. I feel like once you understand the importance of something, that's when I feel like people would make the change. So when I found out in college, like literally when I was sitting in class and they said that sugar was the #1 addicted thing in America, it like literally clicked in my head and I was like, oh my gosh, like my entire life I've been addicted to sugar. My entire life, like from the day I was born, like we've been consuming sugar. I realized that and I tried to cut down on the sugar and just gave myself less and less and less. I've noticed a big change in my health. Like sugar is insane. Like to me it's insane how addicted we are. It makes sense why richer people live a more healthier lifestyle, because when you shop at grocery stores that are more expensive, they tend to carry things with less ingredients that are harmful to you. I think I read this somewhere, but don't quote me. I think that sugar is the cheapest ingredient to put in foods. If you're on the poor side like me and you buy foods that are the cheapest, they tend to have lots of sugar in it because that's the cheapest ingredient. So if you're paying for something that is more, it's probably because it has more expensive ingredients and less expensive ingredients like sugar. So I don't know, to me that's crazy. Like that blew my mind when I learned that. So it's something that really pushes me to not really give in to like junk food and stuff, because once I realized that it was just the sugar that I was addicted to, it just kind of like turns me off and I don't want to eat it. It's like this whole process in my head, and I want to explain it to you guys because maybe if I told you this, it would be implanted in your head and you would understand it. It could motivate you to potentially literally get up and just start working out and like stop eating junk food, and especially things with sugar in it. But right now I'm just gonna share with you guys like the more simple things to do, like the easiest things that you could do to literally change your lifestyle. I know everybody talks about this, but water is the best thing ever. And I'm not saying this, oh, drink a bunch of water. I'm telling you the way that you should drink water. When you sit down and eat your food, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the best thing to do, the best thing for you to do is to take a bite of food, gulp the freaking water down, like just gulp it down. Like you need water, and they say to drink like 2 cups of water before you eat. Who's realistically going to be drinking 2 cups of water before they eat? Because to me, like it makes me feel nasty. I don't know about you, but like I can't drink water and then eat because it just like upsets my stomach and it makes me feel weird. But if you make it a rotation, it makes it easier for yourself and it tricks your brain, I think, more than just gulping water down and then eating. Like you take 1 or 2 bites and then you just drink 3 gulps of water or just whatever amount of water, you know? Like that helps a lot because you just eat less, because your body thinks that you're hungry, but in reality you're just dehydrated. Drink lots of water in between your bites to make yourself feel better and more full, and it literally works. Maybe you've known this, maybe you didn't, but like this is something that really helps me and I do it all the time, so yeah. Okay, so the most obvious one, I don't know if you guys know about this one, but calorie deficit. So the amount of calories that it says for you to eat, just literally eat less than that. And by the end of the week, all those calories that you didn't eat is a calorie loss, which turns into fat loss. So basically, if you're supposed to be eating like 2,000 calories a day, eat 500 less than that, so it adds up at the end of the week. And I think it's like 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat. So if you didn't eat those 500 calories each day, that adds up to 3,500 calories, which is 1 pound of fat loss. You're welcome. But once you understand like how calories work, like whether or not you want to use it, it's raining really hard outside, like whether or not you want to use a calorie count or not, because in the beginning I did, but then I gotten used to like seeing what calories are and like how much I eat and how much I should be eating. So I stopped using a calorie count. I only used it for like a couple of weeks and then I stopped because it just got annoying. That's not realistic for me to like always do that all the time. If I go out of my way to do things, I tend to like give up on that and I don't want to do it anymore. So it really just worked for me to do it for like a week or 2. So after a week or 2, I understood how many calories were in what, so it was just easier for me to do it. Maybe you need to do that for a bit to understand like how many calories are in what. I know I'm not a professional about any of this, but like this is what's working for me, and I feel like it would work for a lot of like normal people like me, I guess. Yeah, but going back onto like not eating like healthy all the time, if I was to be forced to eat McDonald's or Jack in the Box or something like that because that's just where everyone chose to eat, or I didn't have enough money that day, so it's just I was left with having to choose between McDonald's and Jack in the Box. Like if I would have to go eat somewhere like that and I would order something, I would basically take off like the buns of the burger to make it less calories. So most of the time I'll try to like like take off the buns or like the less healthier things to make what I'm eating a little bit more healthier. When you order food, you don't have to necessarily eat all the food that you order. That's just putting unnecessarily calories into you. And I know it's hard for people to throw away their food because you spent like money on that food, so you don't want to throw it away. But at the same time, at the end of the day, like you need to put your health before your money. You might have spent that extra dollar, but it's not worth putting on an extra pound, you know? When I wake up in the morning, I choose to eat like a big breakfast so I don't get hungry until like 4 or 5 hours later. So that breakfast that I ate in the morning really gives me that fuel to like do whatever I need to do for the day for like 4 or 5 hours until I get hungry again. I think it's true, like breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I choose to take advantage of that, eat a really healthy big breakfast so I can feel energized and fueled for the next like 4 or 5 hours to like do whatever I need to do. So for me, it works best like that. I don't know how people can like go out their day without eating breakfast, because like right when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I need breakfast. I get so upset and cranky if I don't eat breakfast in the morning. But I'm telling you guys, if you try to like start losing weight, or you try to work out or eat better, or whatever the case is, like once you jump in there, like that's the hardest thing to do, is to jump into something. You're gonna realize that once you jump in, you're gonna create a routine for yourself, and you're gonna get so used to that routine that you're not gonna want to break it. In the beginning, I had a lot of anxiety about it. Like I was really anxious, like I kind of got scared about doing it. But once I created that routine for myself, it's more of like, if I don't do it, I'll get upset about myself. Especially working out, if I don't do that at least 3 times a week, like it makes me feel really bad about myself. And it's just something in my head, but at the same time, like that's good for me. Like that's something that I need to do. I need to push myself into saying that I need to work out 3 times a week, because that's something that eventually is gonna go back to my mentality. And working out is something that makes me feel really good about myself. So if I don't do the things that make me feel really good about myself, like I get into this weird headspace where I just like feel like I'm not focusing on myself or my health especially. And to me, like my health is like the biggest thing of all. Like if I'm not healthy, I don't feel good, and my brain doesn't feel good, my mentality doesn't feel good. So once I started like my journey, I guess, and I started eating better and I started working out, I noticed a huge change in my mentality, and also a huge change in the way I see myself. I just feel a little bit more confident, and I wouldn't say I'm like the most confident, but I would say that I'm getting there. I'm getting confident, and it makes me really happy. There have been a lot of days where I would just feel down about myself, and I feel like if I would working out and doing the things that I love, it would boost my self-esteem more, and it would just make me feel overall like more happy with myself. To me, like working out and eating better, like these are the things that I need to do to overall change my entire life, change my entire mentality and perspective, and it really has. So I have a routine and I'm like totally used to it, but sometimes I can't go to the gym or something. I bought these little like 5-pound weights, and which are really good because I'm trying to like get my arms toned. I will just literally stay at home and look up random YouTube videos. There's literally YouTube videos on people doing like home workouts with weights like these, and they're like 10-minute routines. Like I'll link one of them that I do all the time. So my workouts usually are from like an hour to an hour and a half. So if I can't go to the gym that day, I'll just stay in my room and I'll just stretch, do my workouts with my little weights. I even got some ankle weights. I got my little yoga mat. Like I got all these little things that I try to do. Like even if you can't afford weights, like I used to literally use cans. When I was like in high school, I was too lazy to like go buy weights with my own money. So I would just always use like cans of vegetables. So I would just stay at home and do like random arm workouts. If you can't go to the gym, if you can't go outside because it's like raining, like that's no excuse. Like there's so much shiz that you can do in your own bedroom. You could literally work out in the smallest space ever and just do calisthenics and just do things with your own body weight, and you'll see results just as much at home than you would at a gym. In high school, I used to do a lot of home stuff, and then I got a gym membership. And even now, sometimes if I don't want to go to the gym and I don't feel like driving, I'll just stay home and do like a home workout. If you guys want to see like a gym routine or like how I work out, let me know in the comments down below, because I think that'd be so cool to share with you guys, and I feel like a lot of you would benefit from seeing something like that, especially if you're a beginner and all you watch on YouTube is like these cookie cutter videos of people like saying this is how you get fit, but in reality they've been fit their entire lives or something like that. I'm still getting fit. Like I'm not where I want to be at all, but I'm trying, and that's all that matters. Like there's a lot of things I'm not happy about with myself, but at the same time there's a lot of things I'm happy about with myself, but we're still getting there. We're still getting there, but I'm still changing and I'm still getting to the place where I want to be. But I just have that patience with myself and realize that things will happen over time, and time flies really fast. So but if you like invest those 2 months, or you invest however long to like change your life, it starts to add up and you'll start to see the difference. months and like a year will go by and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I changed my life. Weight loss and like all of this stuff is all in our heads, and we keep telling ourselves that, oh, it's too hard, like, oh, we'll wait till next week, when in reality it's the easiest thing for us to do. But it's so hard to get out of the mentality of like wanting to wait or just being lazy or procrastinating. And then also like some food things you could do, literally chewing gum. Like chewing gum is way better than eating food all day when you're not hungry. Most of the time we eat just to keep ourselves busy, but chewing gum is just way better because all you're doing is chewing it, you're not consuming anything. Popcorn's like the easiest snack ever. Choose light popcorn, choose fat-free choose fat-free popcorn. Like popcorn's like a light snack, you can chew on it, like there's so much popcorn going down your throat, you'll never get bored. So if you're actually wanting to eat something, try popcorn. They got like fat-free popcorn, it's really good. Popcorn is like one of my top favorite snacks. Diet sodas are way better than normal sodas. They don't have any sugar. I've done tons of research, I've gotten debates about it, like Diet Cokes are way better. Diet Cokes, Diet Pepsis, Diet Dr. Pepper. To me, Diet Dr. Pepper tastes a lot like normal Dr. Pepper, so I recommend trying that one because it's really good and it does not affect you at all the way that regular Dr. Pepper does. Sugar-free candy, there's tons of sugar-free candy at like Walmart's, Kroger's, H-E-B's. Try them, they're really good. There's no sugar in them, but you do have to like eat the serving size because obviously if you eat too much of anything, it's bad. If you're craving chocolate and you don't want to eat the sugar, like literally sugar-free candy. What else? Baked chips. Baked hot Cheetos are so good, like try them. They have like baked hot Cheetos, they have baked barbecue chips, they have a lot. Change your breads from white to wheat. Like there's little things that you could do. There's little things you could do to like change your lifestyle and change the things that you're eating that will make like the biggest impact on your lives. And to consume things with lots of like sugar and carbs and stuff, like you start to feel gross after a while if you don't eat those things. To me, like I can't drink regular Coke anymore. I'm just so used to like Diet Coke and like Coke Zero and things like that. When I drink like actual Coke, I can taste the sugar. Like I can taste literally me sipping sugar. It's so weird. This is what works for me, and I feel like this could work for a lot of people. I haven't really seen people on YouTube talk about this type of stuff on YouTube, but I don't know. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, man. Oh my god.